Welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mysticraven. All right, guys. So, I'm waiting on the patch notes for PTS, the 4.1.1 patch notes. We'll see what happens. Everything's kind of in the air today for me as far as what's to be anticipated. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest with you. I really don't. I'm on the PS. I'm just kind of biding a time until the patch notes come out to see what's going on. We'll find out. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. We still haven't got an ETA on the patch. The patch in between Wolf Hunter, which was announced during ESO Live, and so I don't know when that's going to be implemented, if it's going to resolve some issues. I have no idea at this point. I'm kind of like, I think, where everybody else is. What's going on? We don't know. I mean, there are a lot of posts in the forums, though, discussing some of the problems since Somerset. I mean, quite a bit, actually. And, so we know players are addressing it. We know it's there. So, I mean, I don't know. I want to keep honestly, I want to be positive. I'm not going to lie. I would like to be positive. But at this point, I think everything's kind of just weighed me down in such a manner that I don't know if you can be at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you stay positive? Yo, Phil, what's up? Hope you're doing good today. So I honestly hope that everything's going good. Everything will kind of, come to light. And that we'll see, a lot of potential improvements with this upcoming patch notes. Them taking maybe a few things serious. Maybe addressing some issues in another feed or another forum post. That would be, I think that would go a long way for the community, for myself especially, to say, hey, we're aware of this and that, we're looking into this and that, and we're hoping to resolve this and give kind of an estimated, ETA. I think that would go a long way in this community. I feel like a lot of times the problem is when there are issues. When's it going to be? We already, gave the prognosis of what's wrong. What are we doing to treat it? What there's a lack of communication there. So we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, if we can, I can only hope. But I'm not holding my breath, to be honest with you guys. Yo, Math, what's up, Storm? Don Strider, what's up? It's called drugs. I mean, drugs. Yeah, drugs. Because all I see is teleporting melee lords moving so fast that I feel like I've done the college. Ty Arch. I can't even pronounce that at the moment. It's too early. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. There's definitely issues upon issues. I really hope to see something that, on the patch notes that sways me. That says, okay, maybe they've gotten their heads on. Maybe they're taking a look at this. A lot of people's been open. I love my community members because we're very, we discuss things. And, pros and cons and things. But, when I go on the forums, there's a lot. And I mean a lot that's been put out there. With some of the problems. Like, one person posted, shields are such a problem that the only way to resolve it is through slots. And I was saying that yesterday, but it was funny to read it, that somebody else had posted it. So it was like, you see? Like, Oz in the house. Kyle, nice, early. Jet. Nice. Ruth. A lot of really good PvPers on this morning. Awesome. Good shit. I'm on the Blade. I was thinking about jumping on a couple of tunes. Synergy ability is cast. I wish there was like old school macros on abilities. Remember on old school we could macro our abilities in certain games and announce when something was going to be dropped when we dropped it? That would be so cool. Okay. Going to fear him out. Come on up. I'm daring you. It went up. Come on, wait for it. Go. Can I get... Oh, it's really good. Dude. God damn it. Excuse my French. Go. It's gonna be a good game.
They got the ball. Shoot him up.
All right. Not worried about that confrontation. Come on. What? It's another thing they gotta take a look at in this game, seriously. Come on, come on, go, 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 go. Seconds towards the carry. Yeah. Pick it up, pick it up. Nice, nice, nice. Excellent. A lot of good PvPers on this morning. Oh shit. Yes. That's it. That's game. GG. GG. Good game. Good game. Morning, Cal. Beer so strong that it makes Green Devil weak. Are you doing BGs or dungeons? BGs. Oh, you talking about D. Hey, Mystic, how's it going? Very good, Twisted. I hope you're doing well this morning. I suck at doing damage. Reinstalling Terra to my Xbox. I can't do Terra. I tried it. I tried Get on PC when it first came out. Didn't care for it. Yeah, I played Terra in the beginning. You know, I always hated PvP. Not extremely, but enough to matter. I prefer some sets to be untouched, but just disabled during PvP. Yeah, I mean, well, the one thing that gets me in this game is why certain dungeon sets are so powerful in PvP. You know, I mean, I wish there were more PvP sets. Like right now, I'm using a PvP set for my PvE build. And it's cool, I guess, but I really wish that they would take a look at PvP sets the same way they look at trial sets, you know? Like, Marksman's a good example of a good PvP set that is specifically, designed only for PvP, because it affects player, not target. So, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with that. Like I said, Elder Scrolls is a good game. It's probably one of my favorites in a majority of the time that I mean, there for the longest time, I couldn't find reasons to really leave Elder Scrolls versus any other game, because every other game on the market isn't as good as Elder Scrolls. Given the fact that we have very viable player crafting, we have a very large lore, we have all these dungeons, we have all these classes that can play multiple roles, a lot of positive things for Elder Scrolls, but it's the little things that keep getting overlooked that kills long-term players. And every game's like that to a degree. You either adapt or you start losing. There's a lot of good games on the market. The companies always wondered, why are our subscriptions going down? Because you refuse to take recognition of the problems at hand. Am I dead or not? What the fuck? I can't tell if I was dead. Agent's in here. The agent's a good PvP here.
Make them drop that relic.
A little outnumbered. Cool. I've just got to play the biting game. Damn it! Got a fucking healer too. Gotta stay. I shouldn't have left. Everybody's got a relic now. It's gonna be bad. Yep. Bullshit. Nice. I should have fucking... I thought I was stealthed out. That was a good call. Good play. God, fuck. Get in a position to score. Cap it. Cap it. Two guard. Get the fuck on here.
The outcome was inevitable. The relic is ours.
Two guard. Two. Two guard. Take care of that. Fuck that. Did it last time, not today. Come on, man. What the fuck? I'm stealth and I took damage. They're pushing. Guard! You fucking noobs. Don't chase him. This is why. Right here. He's waiting for his healer.
The relic! They captured it!
Come on. Green's gonna keep... Okay. Come on. Fucking snipe. Damn, that came out of nowhere. Fuck. Come on, push the fucking green now. You have to push them. Push green. Don't fucking go for purple. You go one more purple, we lose. Come on, come on, come on, come on. He's got a fucking healer. God damn it. Get the Guard! What the fuck are you guys doing? Fuck! Game over! Push leading team, noobs. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. You push the leading team. Fucking noobs to fucking BGs. Fucking noobs. Morning, Helly. Why not turn vampire and werewolf into full-on classes? I don't think they can. I think it's more fun with CP off and all PvP content and all set procs disabled too. Yeah. I'll be honest. I use cancer stuff. I use, like, you know, proc sets. I feel like there are a lot of things that the game could kind of implement. I cannot believe that dude. They fucking just pushed the losing team to, well, what the fuck? Like, it still floors me how many people don't know battleground tactics in this game. It amazes me. Like, I know there's a lot of players who never played battlegrounds, but what the common sense would dictate: winning team needs one score, reset, win, cap, win. It's like, what the fuck are you pushing the other team for? Why? Because they're under defended? You need to push the team that's the threat. Jeez, fucking Mateezes. And I've almost had Odd fucking down, but he had a fucking healer. God, fuck. I swear to God. I mean, but to go back to the proc sets, if they would just put PvP-oriented sets, proc or no proc, I think you'd see a lot less dungeon sets in the game. I think I like Viper, for example. Viper used to be like stupid, and now I feel Viper is in a place where it's good. It's kind of better. It's still a little much, but I mean, at least you're not getting one or two shotted. That's where the devs need to take a look at this game and be honest to themselves. What classes are overperforming? What classes are underperforming? What sets? I mean, why are these players playing this class? Like detection. I don't feel like detection is a real threat in this game most of the time. I don't feel like it. Like most Nightblades aren't fearful of getting detected. That needs to be addressed. Those issues need to be addressed. And if they're not, it goes unchecked. And that's the problem what World of Warcraft had in the beginning with stunlock rogues. It took them a year and a half or something like that to address the issue. And all of a sudden, when they finally addressed it, we saw a little bit more better play. It was always adjustments. But the one thing that World of Warcraft did when they introduced trinkets was counter. They finally said, we got to get rid of the stunlock. We got to address counterplay. And I feel like certain classes still overperformed in World of Warcraft. I did Druid. I did Warrior. I did Rage Warrior. Rage Warrior at the time was a good PvPer, but it had its problems. But I hit GM with Rage Warrior build. Like Arms. I was an Arms Warrior. And then I did Druid. And Druid for me was kind of like, okay, this is pretty cool. We don't have the buff. Whoa, I didn't know. Fucking a bunch of DKs. This might be pre-made. Let's check this out. It's a bunch of DKs. All fucking DKs except one. Is that a Coinky Dink? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be rough. I feel like the druid's probably... If the druid's a healer, it's definitely a pre-made. Nope.
Plague on them.
Take the high ground. Man, yeah, he's doing really good with that. God damn. Thought I was on the wrong bar. My bad. Was trying to stealth and I jumped. Fucking gay. Alright. We're not doing too bad, but we gotta, like, really stay together. Swear I should have mold pots. Mold pots, mold pots, mold pots. Yep, I'm dead. Got two on me. I don't think they like me much. Alright. Gotta fucking slow them down, man. Stay together. Stop chasing. Come on. God, dude, that dude is tanky as fuck. We can beat him if we just keep regrouping. Like right here, two of my dudes are dead. I'm going to regroup. We might be able to get it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. What the? God damn, man. Fucking a shitload of fucking DKs in this bitch. Not a Blade's best friend. We're closing the gap. Red's starting to do some stupid shit, like going in there. That's not a good. All that we're doing now is feeding kills. It's all that's happening, man. That's all that fucking Red is doing. Now it's the time to pull back, start playing a little bit more conservatively. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's a good play. That's good structure. Playing in the... But they left themselves open for the flank. See if I can go down here. Shit. Come on. I'm getting snipe spam too. Fuck. Am I dead? What the fuck is up with the lag? Fucking... This is why Lethal Arrow needs fix. It lags out. It does weird shit. Number 1 for my team. I'm not really surprised. I'm actually number 1 overall. You know, it's all about just timing, organization. You know, Fire Drakes did really well. They did make a comeback. Stormlords was going to win if everybody just kept feeding them. Actually pretty good here overall. Raw's really good. Does really good. Always a good player. Ginger is too. And Hags did really good. I feel like X just kind of get left in the turn. But, you know, obviously it was a good pullback to the team. You know, good comeback, playing smart. You know, you got to play a little conservative. You can't be aggressive all the time, man. If you're aggressive all the time, it could cost you, especially on flanks, man. Flanking is a real thing. Trash Daddy, look at that, 15-4. Looks really good. Blade, doing it up. Really good plays. You know, I felt like the Wardens did okay. The Wardens definitely were game changers in a lot of ways, but it comes back down to this, and I'm kind of glad I went here. Wardens lack a finisher unless they have the bear, and then the bear can do funky stuff. So the problem of it is with the Wardens, they just don't have any executability or enough, direct damage to really influence anything. Stamplars have power of light. That can almost, proc. It stacks and then it procs and then it can go off, giving you a lot of finishers. Same thing with Magplars with Purifying Light. Same aspect. Plus, they have, Radiant Oppression. Blades obviously have finishers. DKs, it's all about timing with the ultimates and stuff like that. Wardens just lack any type of finishing move or anything that's going to impact their killing blows a lot of times. Not to say Wardens, bad class. AoEs and CCs, Wardens have the advantage. But as far as rooting goes, which I really like that. I like the fact that the Wardens do have a lot of roots, but the problem of it is they just don't have a lot of that upfront burst damage that you would anticipate. So Tice, what's up? Justin's in the house. That I agree with. Wardens need an execute. Yep, definitely. I agree. The bear is basically an in-cap with stun and execute. It is. But if you don't have the bear, that's what I mentioned. Yeah, it's kind of, that's where it's kind of harsh. You got to pick your poison. They've literally stripped everything else away from them. Yeah. Wardens are in desperate need of some TLC, man. Especially, and we're talking PvP. PvE, it's like, there's always going to be debate. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate that. Ginger's really good. I love this is another thing. I love the community, man. I love Battlegrounds a lot better because Battlegrounds there is some camaraderie because I can play with them or against them at times. And you can have I think friendly smack talk and still be respectful, and still kind of be, so that's one thing I loved about Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is always going to be that that feeling to say, hey, you know what, this is looking really good, and I really like it. I like Battlegrounds a lot. Now, I never claimed to be the best, and I think there are a lot of players in this game. The only thing I bring to Battlegrounds, especially with my commentary, is just experience as a Battleground player throughout my years. That's the only thing I'm trying to do is help people understand mechanics of Battlegrounds and how to get your objective, even in deathmatch, out of the way. Because a lot of people want to say it's kill, 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 and it's like, okay, yeah, you just killed 20 players with 1 death or 0 deaths, but you lost the game because you weren't watching your team's back. And that might cost you a death or 2. I mean, sure. But at the end of the day, if 1 or 2 deaths pull out a W for you, I mean, is it worth it? Yeah, of course it is. So, strategy comes into play all the time. And I feel like that's what I'm looking for in an MMO. Just not just like a game that's kill, 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 this is the most OP, but strategy. Once again, I like counterplay. If things can be countered, if any ability can be countered, it's balanced. That's everything that comes back down to. Is there a counter to this? Like, I got rooted a couple times by the DK. Hey man, that was fair, and I died twice due to it. And the CCs, I'm a blade. If once I'm popped out, that's my vulnerability. And I feel like that's a good thing. I wish people could, have a larger detect radius to kind of have some advantage. So I time things better. I'm a little bit more precarious on when I'm jumping and when I'm doing certain things. I feel if that was implemented, the blades would be put in check a little bit better. I don't feel the class is overperforming per se. I just feel like there's no real threat to the Nightblade because how do you count? There's only one counter to Cloak, and that's Mark Target. Mark Target's on what? A Nightblade. So, and a lot of people are like, well, there's Inner Light. The radius is weak, and now they're going to get telegraphed when they're using it. which is they had a ball anyways. Detect pots now are telegraphed, and with these upcoming changes, and these are the things that I'm kind of like. What? There's no indication when a Nightblade's stealthing, and I didn't like the program that was on the computer on the PC that would tell you when to detect. I don't like that. I want in-game mechanics. I want a detection system that is like, hey, if I jump this, if I jump, there could be a detection setup, and if they can see me, I'm dead to rights. Honestly, I just feel like, same thing with Sork shield stacking. That's a whole issue. That's why we have slows right now, because of the Sorks and tanks, permablock tanks. And unfortunately, I feel like that needs to be addressed. Performance needs addressed, and minor things. And I feel like maybe somebody said, why don't you just go back to PvE? Because I'm like, well, that's easier said than done. I can do PvE, I can work on other platforms and do my PvE content. That's true. But at some point, I never PvP'd this much up until Somerset. Somerset really a little bit prior to Somerset and during Somerset is when PvP kind of took off for me. I would only PvP here and there, like an hour here, an hour there. But during Somerset, I really took more into the PvP a lot harder. And I was like, there are so many fucking little things that just keep stacking. It's like, whoa, man. What have they like when this is my mindset when I've worked with companies. When they've introduced something, I'm like, okay, what's the counter to this? That's the first question I have. The first question, anytime I've worked with companies, okay, I see this ability, I see this, do we have counter to this? That's the first question. I mean, it should be. It should be like the first question. If there's a counter, cool. Okay, so now, let's address this. Is this too much? Is this a CC? Is this a root? Is this a fear mechanic? Is this, a knockdown? What are we looking at? What's the time duration? How much damage can be pushed out within that duration? So on and so forth. But, honestly, I feel like sometimes that gets another deathmatch. Holy spliff. I feel like sometimes that's kind of overlooked here. Alright. It's not a good idea to stay on the ground. Dude's with me. He's like, fuck that. Bracer's in here. Bracer's always a good PvPer. Damn, that was a hefty one. About to get flanked. Bye. I'm stuck. Snipe spamming motherfucker. Look at that. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Sure, sure, sure. Team's wrecking. Gotta watch those flank positions, man. Set him up. Come on, pick a spot. Oh, that sucks. Yep. Good play. That's a strong play. Got the bash. Got the slows. A lot of dots. Got the CC. Really strong play. DK's pretty good spot as far as durability. I wish I had a little bit more bursty to him. I feel like too much. It's too dot durated at times. Like Stam's harder. They're really dependent on, you know, weapons, much like the other classes. Yeah, I'm ready to do this shit. Yeah, fucking hit this shit. Yep. Working good as a team. Looking really fucking good. This is how you move, man. This is how you move. One pushes, the other one follows, and watch your six. Good fucking game. GG for the whole team. A little low on my part. I felt like maybe I was playing a little bit too precautious. But look at Schmack. Schmack. 11-1. Really good, man. Mantis did really good. Raw did really good. I felt like maybe, you know, his team just wasn't pulling together. So, you know, that was just unfortunate. But just great movement. Great team movement. And, you know, that's a reflection of that. You know, great. That was good shit. Oh my gosh. You couldn't ask for a better team coordination. That was good. Especially in a pug. Racer 88 is a fake. I am the real Racer. Got you, Racer. Okay. So I didn't know. I was like, okay, so he took your name. Understandable. Guys, just for just to point out, the Racer that's in the chat is the real Racer 8, and man, this dude is kick-ass. I love you, Racer. You're a kick-ass player. I want to go into PvP and have almost 100k health. There is some tanks out there. It's got like 60 or 70. I've seen it. It's crazy. You're like, what? What? Nuts. I don't know when the patch notes are going to be live, but we'll see. I'll play one more here. Like I said, I mean, I've seen 80k. I bet you have. Most you can get is 90k, I'm sure, but no resistance. Oh, okay, got you. So they're putting everything into health with no resistance added. Well, I mean, that would be good for the shield system, but damn, you take some hits, man. Jeez. That'd be crazy. Warden, though, too, the effect that scales heal. God, imagine him becoming the Emperor. I know. That's another thing. I feel like a couple things in Cyrodiil need to be addressed. Just a couple things. Once they get it back online and shit, if they do. Battlegrounds is really good in this game. That's why I said I don't think Elder Scrolls is going to die. If someone's going to ask me, are you leaving because you think Elder Scrolls is going to die? Far from it. Far from it. I think Elder Scrolls is in a good place as far as which direction they're heading in. My problem of it is my patience isn't there anymore for PvP. Like, as soon as I started PvPing more and more I saw the flaws, the more and more I was like, I've got to find something else. Because I'm fixated on the problems the game's having. And the more I do it, the more I realize it. And the more I realize why we have so many Sorks. Why we have so many Nightblades here. Things like that. Like, I play Stamplar. I play my Stamp Sork. I play all my classes. But I realize the weaknesses to every class, too. And it's kind of unfortunate. Because one person said the game has so much diversity in PvE, but unfortunately they didn't apply the same concept to the PvP. So everybody still stays to what? The status quo in PvP. PvE, you can do a lot of things. The game has that capability, and you would think the same capability could be applied to PvP. But in group play is one thing. But when you're taking a look at small or individual play, there's a reason why people stay to the status quo. It's because the effectiveness isn't there with the configurations or the kits, the class kits. And I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I felt like, yeah, actually that makes sense, because I can pull off Nightblade healing and DK healing and Sork tanking, all this in PvE, and be very successful. And that's what makes this game beautiful. But you can't always say the same application is applied in PvP. And I felt like, wow, and I feel like that's why I liked Fang Rush so much, because when you see him Super Raccoon, know him, Jessley, Young, wow, Uncle Rice, holy shit, Smack's back in the house. Jace, geez, these are really good. I know Gun too. Oh, wow. We got them all today, boys and girls. All the big boys come out to play in the morning. I don't know anybody but Gun on here. I don't know the other two on my team. Wow. Wow. Another death match, too. Holy crap. Jeez.
To oblivion with them.
Let's go. Oh my god. Oh. First death to a soul assault. It's another thing that needs to be changed back is the bashing of soul assault. Oh, look at that. Green's like, we're flank all this shit. It's going to be one of those rough ones. Got 11 and stuff. I feel like they could separate maybe a couple minor things. Like the MMR system, I'm not still aware of how that's working. I mean, I know there is some separation to the MMR. So I feel like maybe it's getting touched up on, but it's not all the way, like, whatever, as far as... God, how many times can I get Rude Prison in a minute? Let's see what's going on here, shall we? Sork. Rune Prison's fine. There's like no immunity to it. They could just be recast, you know? I'm like, fuck. And that was another thing that was put on the forums, the brakes, like how the brakes aren't working. Someone's like, yeah, it's easy to say to break out of it. Unfortunately, the brakes will only work half the time. I was like, oh, snap. Oh, snappy snap. Come on, man. Come on! You guys wanted to play in this. Let's go. Win or lose. Look. I had over 6k stamina. It's over 6 fucking K. Green, you're being so dumb. Look! Nothing I can do. It's not a problem. Nope. I love it because every time I get hit by this combo, it's just reconfirmation. It's like, and for me personally, I'm on a blade, and I feel disgusted by it as well. It's like, yeah. Guys are about to get flanked by a little blade. If I'm number one for my team, I'm gonna fucking cry. What the? 5K, look. 5K, 4.9, and I couldn't break Rune Cage. I had 4.9k stamina, and I couldn't break it. How much does it cost to use break free? How much? That's the issue. This comes back down to this. 4.9k on my bar. How much does it cost? $5k to break free. We got issues. There is, but by the time the game lets you out of cooldown, it's gone because the cooldown starts from when it's cast, right? A new soul magic ability, shield shatter, detonates all shields. I actually like that idea. Like going through like the shield system. That's actually a good idea. Every time a sword casts a shield, damage against them increases by 50%. That's not a bad idea either, Tice. That's not a bad idea. Like throw a penalty for shielding, for stacking. That's not a bad idea. Jace will be my little thing here, hopefully. If I can get his attention and get him to put a rune prison on me. What I'm talking about. They're like gods. See? Just shield stack and keep hitting the same thing. You can't even penetrate them because the spillover. It's an issue. I can't wait. I'm going to check out the patch notes. I doubt there's anything that keeps me staying here. I play Sork. I know it. I know the issues in this game. A lot. Look, he's fucking a god. Let's see if we can get him on a shield stack with an ulti. Look. (16-3). Number 1. Shield, and people are like, oh, that's the shields. No, it's too much. Especially since they don't have a heal. Okay, so let me tell you guys something about Sork. I ran Sork without a shield stack. Did it with a heal. Like a real heal. Like a real heal. And I used Hardening Ward. 1 shield. Had the spillover occur. Had damage taken. Was able to heal myself. Nobody can tell me that the Sorks cannot go without shield stacking. Nobody can tell me that in this game. I've done it. You know, but does it leave me prone to being able to die? Well, yeah, but that's the point. The point of it was like, okay, I can actually die. You know, if both shields are up, it's a problem. GG, Jace, dude, awesome job, dude. Jace, I was hoping you'd get me in a rune prison because I had a full health, and I wanted to see how much the break was going to cost because I had 4.9 the first time you CC'd me and it wouldn't break. So, and then someone said it cost 5k. So I was like, hopefully, I wanted to see if you would, you know, CC me so I could check it out to see how much the cost was because I knew it was expensive. But I was like, it's, you know, too expensive. But always, Jace, such a good job, dude. Your shield rotation is pretty sick. Yeah, I was like, oh, hopefully Jace, I was saying in the stream, I'm like, hopefully Jace lets me tries to rune prison me right here. I was trying to get you to rune prison me. You got the other dude. I was like, dang it. So, Mystic, do it in a duel. Yeah, Jace, come to Vardenfeld, Jace, really quick, if you could, if you're not busy. Well, I just wanted to. I don't need to worry about CC. It just, well, that's true because I have reduction in. But Jace, if you could come over to Vardenfeld and help me test that, dude, that would be awesome. We'll take out. I'm going to take out my CP. You don't. I'm not worried about if you beat me or anything. I just want to see the cost. If you could come over here and check that out, that would be awesome. Just really quick. I'm kind of curious. Okay, Jace is on his way. Thanks, Jace. I appreciate it, brother. And we'll see how much the reapplication is. Like, you know, for cooldown effects. And then we'll show up the combo, like your combo, and show some of the real problem here. By the way, nice frag up too on that last run. That was really good timing. Good Sorks. I'm not saying good Sorks aren't like skilled, because timing is one thing. But once you get the timing down and you get your shield rotation down, Sorks are almost invincible. Like almost next to invincible. And you have to take out, like, some of the top PvPers on this platform are what? Guess what? Sorks. You don't ever hear anybody saying, "Oh my God, look at that Magplar go." That Magplar is so fucking beast. You know, you don't see it. You don't see it. I'm over here by the tent, Jace. If you know. Jace is really good. He always ranks up there. So I PvP'd with and against Jace quite a bit. So really good Sork. He actually plays another tune too, I want to say. I've seen you on another tune too, Jace. There's a couple people. And I know a lot of PvPers do have multiple tunes. On my way, cool. In cap will lag sometimes and go through shields. Will it? No way. Are you serious? Now, I know once you can get a stun off, you can, like, that's the whole big deal why Nightblades are a pain in Sork's ass. Because once you stun them, and if their shield drops, they can be dead to rights if their shield drops. But I've seen Sorks being stunned with both shields on. Nightblade goes to town, and they recover, and just once they zip through, that poor little Nightblade's toast. So it can go either way. But a good Sork, if they have both shields up and they get stunned, you ain't getting through that. You're not. They'll have a recover, and once they recover, it's over. Game done. Game over. And, you know, it's kind of cool that Elusive Shady came in yesterday and kind of confirmed. He's like, you know, and he plays a lot of tunes. He's like, shields are broke. I agree. I totally fucking agree. But we've known that. We've known about that. And I don't know, man. I'm at Vardenfeld, Jace. By the tent. Like, you know where the battleground dude is? In Vivek? So if you look, I'm right on the island of Vivek here. Right by the gladiators' quarters. You don't have to take out your CP. We just want to see the cost, and then I'll show them up the combo. So right now, I have 25k stamina on this build. Oh, my buff wore off. No, it didn't. I have 25k stamina on this build. I use a lot of magicka, so I do have like 10,000 in my magicka. Almost 11. Oh, a different instance? Okay. Let me see. Let me try to invite you. Alright. How do you spell your gamer tag, Jace? Is it underscore like this? I think it is. I think this is exactly how you do it. Yep, there he is. Okay, we get Jason group here. There we go. I appreciate this. So we're gonna, like most people, right there you are, Jace. Well, yeah, we are in a different instance. I'll travel to you. You must be traveling to me. I love the title. Why is it saying no suitable location to travel to? What is this? Okay, hold on. We'll get it. Alright, I'm coming. Alright. I do appreciate this, Chase. Thank you so much, brother. Right there he is. Okay. Now. Just CC me really quick. I'm gonna break it. We'll wait for the re-app and see how it works. Okay, he's gonna room prison me. Gonna break. See? Look. Took a minute. Go ahead and keep trying to reapply it. We got 3 seconds. Shouldn't be able to... See? Look. Immunity. He could just recast it. Do you see how long it took? Like, I'm spamming buttons and I can't break it. Okay. Go ahead. Keep casting. Look. Immunity. Keep casting. That one, it went through okay. That broke happened pretty good. Okay, now combo up, Jace. Show how fast you can kill me within that 2 seconds. Even on the break. Go ahead and hit the combo up. As soon as he's gonna... Bingo. Okay, let's do it again. Now this time I want to try to survive some of it. This is so broken. Okay, this time I'm going to try to survive it. Now let's just say I don't have stealth. I mean, that's what I want is basically imagine you're not a Nightblade here, right? I'm not going to try to beat him. I'm just going to hit him. What? Now look. Look, before I could even break, it's done. Because the combo hit. Let's do it again. Before I can even do anything, the combo pops at the same time during the break. The damage sets. We're only 2k weapon damage, or spell damage. Yeah, I know what you meant. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to set the pre-heals. Even. Looky. Haunting Curse, 9K. Endless Fury, 7. Now, he didn't even get the Rune Prison off. Because it's unavoidable. You can't dodge Haunting Curse. You know, right now you can't dodge Mage's Fury. Add that to Rune Prison. This is why everybody's playing Sorks. Now, imagine his shield stacking. Do a shield stack for me real quick, Jace. Let's show him the shield stack. Okay. We're going to show shield stacking 101. If I can hit anything but his friggin' pet. No matter what I hit him with, he can just literally keep stacking the shields and not take any damage. He's not even healing himself. Now look, I can't fear him. See? Now he's using the Immopot. Look at this. His recovery point. And he's just messing with me. Look at this. See all those parentheses? It's not critting over, and it doesn't go over until the shield drops. There's no spillover during the stack. See? No spillover on the stack. It has to drop before the application's applied. And this is what I keep telling people. There's no spillover. If he keeps stacking, it just literally, all he has to do is hit. Priority takes precedence. He's so good at it, too. He's so good at this fucking shield rotation, brother. This is a pro. This is what a Sork Pro looks like. You literally almost have to drain him out. Look at all parentheses. No crit will ever go through. Even if it was the crit, the damage has to be applied before the crit can drop in. See, he doesn't have to do a fucking thing. Even if I hit the fear and give him a chance to recover, all he does is reset the shield stack. See all that damage just being mitigated. It's a problem. Devs aren't going to do anything. That's why they introduce loads. Look, all he has to do after recover is reset. Okay, go ahead and do your degen for the heal set. Now watch how he recovers off this. If he gets low, watch how he recovers. Use your resto. I know you probably run resto, right? He's probably running a resto. All he has to do is, yep. Now look, his degen on light attacks is healing him. He doesn't even need a heal. He shield stacks, it's the degen. Use the healing ward, and he's set. Even if I hit him with the fear, once his recovery's up, there it is. All those parentheses is damage absorbed. There he goes, see? Perfect. Go ahead, finish me off, brother. Go ahead, finish me off, Jace. You can finish me, dude. This is the worst part, I know. There it is. Now look, oh, good job. Good job. Thank you, Jace. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it so much. That's what pro Sorks look like. That's what pro sorks look like. It feels Zoss is changing the way skills work way too much for the shield stacking issue. Wouldn't it be better if a toon could only choose one shield? Ideally, the way... Thank you so much. You too, Jace. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. And awesome work in Battlegrounds. You always look good. You always look good. Ideally, the way games usually go is a spillover is always addressed in every game if they're going to shield stack. Spillover is prominent, right? Priority, though, has to take precedence on which shield application is applied. That's the problem with this game. The priority loses the damage, right? So all of a sudden, when the shield stack happens, it's like which shield took priority. You can literally drop double ultimates on a shield stack. They won't take damage. And the only time the damage will go through is once the shield drops and the spillover is applied to the next shield system. So that's the issue, and it's not being addressed. The only way they addressed it was by putting slows in. They say, okay, well, we can't do anything about the shield system, so we're going to implement a set that will just go through the shield system altogether because we've implemented that system. Okay. So that's why you see Sorks out the window. Now add Rune Prison, which your breaks are working half the time, and even if you break, preset measures have already been put in play. Healing Ward gets a 12-second cooldown. That's kind of a good idea, Tice. I actually think that's a good idea. Rune Prison working as intended. Unreal. I love you, dude. You the man, Unreal. You the man. Dude, Unreal would know. I love him. I love him. Even when he's being sarcastic. I can always tell when Unreal's being sarcastic. But yeah, no, we all know that there are issues in the game. And the more I PvP, the more I see it. I mean, it's just evident. And it's like, from a PvE perspective, the game's beautiful. Open world, quest, lore, everything. But when we're taking a look at PvP, they're not addressing real issues. And then they put in stuff like Werewolf. Right now, that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where I feel like, okay, you're given a 30% and an 18% and an ungodly resistance. You don't think this is going to trickle down into PvP? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know, that's pretty, irrelevant, actually. So, always be nice. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that. Ralph Lauren. Thank you. Actually, I like the name, too. How he did it with the 7. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I don't want to leave this game. I really don't. But at this point, what's it going to take for Zoss to fix it? When is Zoss going to fix it? When is Zoss going to say, hey, we're aware. We're trying to do something about it. Give me that. Give me that. Just give me the acknowledgement that you know it's fucking broke. You know? And this is another thing I feel like for the Blade, for example. I use the Blade, but this is a double dip debuff. And honestly, they're addressing the stun, but I don't feel like it's enough. It's not the damage that's the threat. It's the cost. It's the cost and the double debuff. Even if you survive it, you could get a potential double debuff off this. Right? That's bad. So, honestly, I think they need to take the disease out of it and put it back to physical, to be honest with you. Because the disease damage with the major defile, disease can apply minor. Right? So we could look at a minor defile, a major defile, from one ability. So it's like, what the fuck? Okay, time out. So why don't we put this back to physical damage? And just get rid of the debuff and up the cost to about, 90 to 100. So they're not popping it all the time. Well, is that too much to ask? No, I don't think so. The stun, I don't give a shit about the stun. The stun's irrelevant. Stun's cool, but it's irrelevant. I'm usually stunning anyways with ambush. So if I'm in stealth and I ambush, I already get a stun effect. So, who gives a shit? I get a stun effect with this ability. I don't give a shit about the stun on the end cap. Some people might, I don't. It's the double dip that hurts players. It's that fact. You know, other than that, if you were to take, you know, adjust this and give a proper detection radius to players who can see stealth, Nightblades would be put in check. Totally. Unfortunately, once again, let's hand it to the two classes that already have, and not the classes that don't. They need to address classes needing CCs, like, I mean, really good CCs. Like, honestly, I feel like the rooting for the Warden's good, but there's no knockdown or no stun currently on the Warden configuration other than ulti. There's no, you know, system to counter, like, Soul Assault. Soul Assault used to be bashable, but now it's not. You know, what's the point of having a bash system if majority of the abilities in the game that have channeling effects are not bashable? So what's the point of having bash? What, to just keep people from rezzing each other? Is that it? I mean, I don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out. But we'll see. But anyways, I want to thank everybody. Jace, thank you for helping me. Unreal, thank you for stopping in. Twisted, thank you for stopping in. If you guys don't know who Twisted is, please go check her out. She's a fellow content creator, and she does some awesome stuff on her channel. Please go check out Twisted. I'm too lazy to farm Lich. Lich is a good set, though, too. Spinners, Amber. Sweet. Yes. Dude, I love Spinners. I love Spinners right now. Spinners is still good, dude. I love Spinners, man. Spinners is still pretty badass. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you all go. And I will be announcing either tonight or tomorrow what the plan is based on the patch notes. So, as soon as the patch notes go in, I'll be reviewing that either today or tomorrow. And then I'll be announcing afterwards my intentions for what I'm planning on doing. And if I do end up leaving, it will be hard for me to walk away, because I love everybody here, and I hope I continue with the support no matter what. But like I said, you know, BDO has been announced for fall release on Xbox for beta, so beta will be occurring in the fall. And you know, if Elder Scrolls isn't going to take this shit serious and Zoss ain't going to take it serious, you know, I need to look elsewhere. I'm not saying any other game's going to be better. I doubt it will be. This game's has a lot of pros, but the cons have just weighed on me too much. So there it is. All right, guys. Thank you guys once again. I'm Mysticraven, this ESO Daily, and as always, have a nice day.